Hello students, this is the next point of that chapter, memory segmentation. In this memory segmentation, the memory in 8086 base is organized as a segmented memory. 8086 has 20 address lines. 20 address lines, therefore maximum memory which can be interfaced in a memory is a 2 raised to 20 is equal to 1 megabyte memory. This 1 megabyte memory is divided into four logical segment, and that four logical segment, each segment is a 64 KB bytes in a size, and that is addressed by one of the segment register. The four segment register in the BIU is hold the upper 16 bits of the starting address of the four segments and that four segments are code segment, stack segment, extra segment, data segment, register that hold the offset of the upper 16 bit of the starting address of the four segment registers, and the address of the segment that is assigned in this are assigned as a 000H to F00H 0000H. That in 8086 the address is in a hexa, so that 000H as a 16 bit to F000H address respectively. This 000H to F00H address is a 16 bit address. The offset address of values are 0000H to FFFFH. That is a physical address is range. That address is a 16 bit. But the physical address range is a 20 bit address. That is the address from 00000H to FFFFH. And that segment register contains the higher order of 16 bit of starting address of memory segment. And in this diagram, there is a address is nothing but starting that address, that first data segment memory, that address 2000H to 2FFFH. That 200 is a starting base address of that memory. That is the memory. Starting address of the code memory is a 348A0H. That is the starting address of that code memory. Each memory is a 64 KB. Memory size is a 1 megabyte memory. And that is the code segment register. That code segment CS register holds the upper 16 bit address, that is a 348AH. This is a 16 bit that hold the address of the starting address. That is the address, and top address is a 4489FH for the code memory. Next is the stack segment memory. Stack segment memory is a 64. Its starting address is a 50000H. This is a 20 bit. But from that starting address, upper 16 bit address is stored, the offset value of the address is stored by the stack segment register, that is a 5000H. In that address is a 4 represent in a 16 bit, that is a 16 bit that holds the segment register from the segment memory. Next memory segment is a extra segment. Extra segment memory address is a starting address is a 7000H, that 10 is missing here, 7000H to 7FFFH. That starting address of the extra segment memory is a 7000H, and that memory size is a 64 KB. For extra segment memory, there is a base address is a 700H. That address is a 16 bit. That address is a store the offset value of that segment register is a store as a extra segment register. ES is equal to 700H. That is a 16 bit. But in here side, that is the address is in a 5000. There are the 500H or 7000H. That address is a 20 bit. But that extra segment register from that memory, extra segment register holds the address of the base address of the starting address, that is a 16 bit. So that ES is a 700H. That is the top of the segment register. That memory start from 0 to FFFH, that address highest address. This is the 16 bit offset of the that holds the that in a that side in a right hand side, that is a 7 ES is equal to 700H, SS is equal to 500H. Next is a CS is equal to 348H. SS is a 500H. That address is a 16-bit that holds the 16-bit observer displacement. It is added to the 16-bit base address of the content of the left for the one digit, and we get the 20-bit physical address. 20-bit physical address. That is a memory segment. Then why memory segmentation is required? That memory segmentation is used to, this is with the use of segmentation, instruction and data formed by this memory segmentation, instruction and data cannot be overlapped. And the major advantage of that memory segmentation, there is a dynamic relocability of the program. Means that program can be easily transferred from one code memory to another code memory. One code memory to another code memory segment without changing its effective address. And by this segmentation, we use the multi-user time shared system. And that programs and data can be separately stored from each other in the segmentation. Means CS code segment memory holds the program code or instruction code. SS memory stores the interrupts and subroutines addresses. Data segment memory stores the data or program. Extra segment memory store the shared data. So program and data can be stored separately from each other in the segmentation. So segmentation allows the two processors to share the data, and segmentation allows you to extend the addressability of the processor, and there is a dynamic relocability, means we can easily transfer from one memory to another memory, transfer the one code memory to another code memory segment without that program can be easily transferred from without changing the effective address. So we use the memory segmentation. This is a memory. That memory is divided into 4 parts: data segment, core segment, stack segment, extra segment. Each segment is a 64 KB. The total memory size is a 1 megabyte memory, because 8086 having the 20-bit address line. 2 raised to 20 is equal to 1 megabyte system. This is the memory segmentation. And from this memory segmentation, there is a physical address generated. We generate the 20-bit physical address. For the microprocessor, and for the 8086 microprocessor. The segment register holds 16-bit starting address of the memory, 16-bit starting address of the 4 memory segments. That is in that memory segment, SS is equal to, CS is equal to, ES is equal to, or DS is equal to, that address is we write in a 16-bit that holds the memory starting address of the memory segment, that is a 16-bit starting address. Each memory location has 20-bit address, which is called as a physical address. And in this diagram, the physical address is the combination of base address and effective address, which is equal to 20-bit physical address of the 20-bit physical address starting address of the memory segment. This is a base address which is always present in the segment register. That address is associated with the instruction of a data type is called as a 16-bit, and that address is effective. That is called as a effective address or offset of the displacement. Means in the diagram, that total memory size in this first data segment, C1 example 2000H, this is the starting address of the memory. But in this starting address of memory, there is this is a 20-bit physical address for the memory segment, but base address which is present in that segment register, means that for the data segment there is a base data segment, or take one that code segment memory. That starting address is a 348A0H. That is a 20-bit starting address, 20-bit physical address, or that 20-bit physical address for that code segment memory. But the base address for that memory, code segment memory, base address is always present in a segment register. That segment register for the code segment memory is a CS, and for the CS is a CS register, that is a 16-bit address, that is effective address for that memory is a 348AH, 348AH, and total address for generated base address is a 20-bit physical address for that memory, that is a memory, and that address is associated with any instruction or data type. That address is generated or associated with any instruction or any type of data, that is called as the effective address or the displacement, that is called as the effective address or displacement. And so we get that 20-bit physical address for that memory 348A0H, but CS in that memory, that CS register holds the 16-bit offset value or effective address, that is the 16-bit, that is the 348AH. So 20-bit physical address generate 348A0H. So take one example. In that example, effective address, offset address, that is a offset address, effective address, that is a, this is a means address that is associated with any instruction or data type, that is a 16-bit, 0 to 15, that is a 16-bit, that is effective address or offset or displacement of that instruction. And in this there is a segment register, base segment register, segment address, that segment address that holds the segment register, that segment register 0 to 15, that is a 16-bit, and one hardwired 0. Hardwired 0 means in the segment register we add one extra 0. Effective address plus segment register is equal to, we add that 2 and we get the 20-bit physical address. Take one example from that address generation. There is the one here, one offset value or code segment memory is given. Code segment memory address base is address is a, that code segment register address is a 16-bit address is a 348A0H, AH, that is a segment register. In this block, that is a segment address. That segment address is CS is equal to 348H. In that 348A, we add one 0, that is a hardwired 0, that is a hardwired 0. So that address for the code segment memory is a 348A0, 348A0. The starting address, that is a starting address. In that starting address there is a offset value, that is the offset value, means that address associated with any instruction or data type, that address or any address, that is address is associated with any instruction or data type is called as a 16-bit effective address or offset or displacement. For that code segment memory, that instruction pointer is indicating as an offset value, that offset value is a 4214, 4214. This base address, effective address, that address in that physical address generation diagram, effective address, that is a offset address is a 4214 plus segment address is a 348A. In that we add one hardwire 0, so that is the code segment address is a starting address is a 348A0. IP address is a 4214, means offset is equal to 20-bit physical address generate, that is a 38AB4, 38AB4. In a hexa value, that answer is in a 8086 are in a hexa, so A number is represented in a hexa as a 16 number, as a 16. So A plus, A as a 10 number, B as a 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 as a F. So this add we 0 plus 4, 4. A plus 1, 10 plus 1, 11, B, 11 is represented in a hexa as a B. Next 8 plus 2, 10, 10 is represented in a hexa as a. So answer is A. 4 plus 4, 8 and 3. So that answer is a 38AB4. So for the code segment memory in this diagram, second diagram, starting address for the code segment memory 348H in the code segment, that is a 16-bit, but in that we add the one hardwired 0, that address is a 348A0. Offset value 4214, and we get the starting address or address of that code segment memory is a 38AB4H. This is the one example of the memory generation, and that is a physical. From this diagram we generate that one example for the code segment memory. We generate the 20-bit physical address generation. This address generation, that is the memory in memory segmentation also, that address, starting address, top address, bottom address. In a code segment there is an address. In that address we add the 0 and that offset value we add and we get the address for the every memory. This is the physical address generation of the code segment memory. Next point is a concept of pipelining. That concept of pipelining means this is a non-pipeliner process. That is a concept of pipelining. In this concept of fetching of one instruction, first we fetch the one instruction and other will be being executed. So the other will be executing. This is called that parallelly both processes are done, because there are the in a 8086 there are two parts, that is architecture BIU and EU. BIU fetches the instruction and EU executes the instruction. The concept of fetching one instruction while other is being executing, that is called as a pipelining. In a microprocessor, BIU and EU operate simultaneously. So 8086 speeds up because there is a one instruction queue. That decoded instructions are stored in an instruction queue and executes the instruction, prefetched instruction. Both processes are simultaneously perform in a 8086 because there is a by instruction queue and BIU fetches instruction, EU executes instruction, that simultaneously that instructions are same time performed. So that prefetched instruction, that when fetch the instruction at the same time, EU perform the execution of the prefetched instruction. So initially all the instruction of program is present in the code segment memory. When BIU fetches any instruction from any instruction code memory segment, then it stores in a IQ. That stores in a IQ. BIU fetches the instruction and that stores into IQ, and from IQ there is in architecture one arrow is for EU, that prefetch instructions are executes the EU. So instruction queue, when BIU fetches any instruction from code segment memory, it stores it into IQ. But in this non-pipeliner processor, there are 9 clocks are required. I1, I2, that is a fetching, decoding, executing. F is fetch, D is decoding, E is executing. There are the clock cycle. There are the 9 clock cycles are required. There are the small blocks are the 9 clocks are required for the fetching, decoding, and executing. So there is an individual fetching, decoding, executing cycles for the 3 instruction. This is that for the 3 instruction, and in this is the non-pipeline process. But in this pipeline process, this is the pipeline execution of that is the 9 clocks are required in the non-pipeline process. There is a separately execution, fetching, and decoding. But here in this pipeline process, where fetch, decode, execute are performed parallelly, only 5 clock cycles are required. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 clock cycle, fetching, executing, decoding. I1, I2, I3, I4 first, second is decoding, executing. 5 clock cycles are required. First instruction requires 3 cycles to complete. First is next for the 4, next for the 5. The first instruction required 3 cycles to complete, while executing first instruction. At executing the first instruction in a queue, processor decode the second instruction and fetch the 8th instruction from the memory, so that by pipelining we speeds up the execution. And by pipelining there is a tremendous performance of gain. Means that concept of fetching one instruction while other is being executing, that is called as a pipelining. That is a pipe. But in a non-pipeline process, there is a separately fetching, executing, decoding. For the 3 cycle, there are 9 clocks are required. But in this pipeline process, fetching, decoding, executing are the 5 clocks are required. First instruction required 3 cycle to complete, while executing first instruction in a queue, processor decode the second instruction and fetch from the memory. So there are the 5 clocks are required. So speed of the execution is increases. So that concept of fetching one instruction while other is being executing is called as a pipeline. And that when the BIU fetches the instruction and it stores that instructions, or that stores the fetching the instruction from code segment memory, and that stores in a IQ. And that IQ, from the IQ there is a one block, there is arrow is for the EU that executes the EU. This is the concept of pipeline.